You're welcome,
For
I
what?
guess. Because I'm your nuclear deterrent.
Thank you, Your Worship. Councillor Soprovich, I had no idea you were so eloquent. You were like a sleeping giant.
And I'm 80.
Yes, and your happy birthday, by the way. Happy belated birthday. So like Councillor Soprovich, I wanted to reiterate that as an elected councillor, I represent all of the constituents of West Vancouver, not just those who voted for me. So the interests of the entire community, whether you are on this side or the other side of any issue, that is my interest. So when I look at any proposal, transit, housing, whatever the case may be, I have to look at all proposals for its merits. Is it good from all perspectives, not just one? It needs to be a good proposal inherently. And so those are the things I weigh unemotionally, quite objectively, to determine where I stand on the issue. So many of you will know that I sat on the police board for 6 years. So certainly public safety is one of those lenses I will view a proposal through. So what it'll do to our community. Also with respect to traffic, what will that do to our community? But also at the same time, keeping in mind that as one of the younger members of this council, what will it mean for the future of our community? I will be very, very old when some of the proposals that our council in the next 3.5 years will put forward are implemented. So I just wanted to remind some of my colleagues that the report from the consultation will be back within 30 days of the end of that process, which was Feb 28th, which means it'll be about the end of March. This being March 11th, another 30 days out, that means about 2 weeks after that report comes, the report proposed by Councillor Lambert and Councillor Cameron will be before us for consideration. So in terms of whether those reports scuttle the consultation process, I don't think so, because it'll be coming afterwards. So I look forward to seeing all those reports and weighing them on their merits and making sure that they are customizable or custom solutions for West Vancouver. They're solutions that are made for West Vancouver. Many of you will also have heard me during the campaign trail saying that this isn't just my community. It isn't just your community. This is our community. And so same thing with transit. This needs to be our transit solution. It's not just one party's and not another party's. It has to be something that we all embrace and that works for our community. Thank you. Thank you, Your Worship. I just wanted to thank Councillor Lambert for putting forward this original motion. I think the detail that he's asking for was sorely lacking in the process, making our decision or future decision incredibly difficult. So thank you, Councillor Lambert. Thank you, Councillor Soprovich, for putting this forward. Certainly, as my colleagues will know, I come from a background in public relations, and so, it's disappointing that this entire process with respect to the consultation, the way the proposal was rolled out the way it was. Certainly not the way I would have done it had I been in charge, but as I was elected partway through, I will work with what I'm given and make the best decision possible, of course. So I look forward to the results coming from the reports, and so that we can get this process going and bring it to a close.
Thank you.
Thank you. I thought we were going to do a duet, perhaps. But further to Councillor Thompson's point, I certainly echo those points, but I guess I wanted to also point out that perhaps hindsight is always 20/20. Perhaps the learning from this process is that the West Vancouver, whoever represents West Vancouver at the TransLink table really needs to push back on TransLink when they come forward with a proposal that just clearly doesn't work from the straight off the bat. The fact that we have to have this motion that says avoid routing around schools or minimize loss of on-street parking, that should have been, if I was the mayor, I would say, sorry, TransLink, come back when you've got a better proposal. We want better transit, but those things don't work. And so I think the learning really is that we need to be much more forthright with what we want and be direct and really work hard with TransLink and go to them with ideas and proposals rather than waiting for them to come to us with hopefully a proposal that works for us, but to work in partnership with them. Perhaps something that isn't something that we've done in the past, but perhaps that is something we need to do in the present and the future to make sure that the transit options that West Vancouver needs, and some would say deserve, are the right ones. And so I just wanted to point that out and encourage our representatives at that table to do so and to stand up for West Vancouver.